In this video, we'll discuss several compelling points that support the idea that a vasectomy is something that every man should get, regardless of his age. I know the idea of a needle and knife, in your very sensitive area doesn't sound too appealing. Either does raising a child or being with a woman who you didn't choose to be with. Some men are choosing to go their own way and not have families. But it is still something to think about if you do get casually involved with a woman. Even if you're not sure about having children right now, there's no guarantee that your feelings will stay the same in the future. A vasectomy is a permanent form of birth control that is 99.9% effective at preventing pregnancy. It is also easily reversible. It's a quick and easy procedure that can be performed in a doctor's office with minimal downtime. I had the procedure and was in minor pain for a day or so, that's it. A little bit of minor pain and discomfort now is better than a lifetime of anguish and financial support for a child that you did not choose to bring into this world. If you are wondering what the cost of child support is, let me break it down for you. Perhaps this will give you a better understanding. Every location and situation is different, so I will just give you a scenario. Some dollar amounts might be higher or lower. If you make $100,000 a year and only see the child every other weekend, your child support might be $1,500 a month. Just multiply that number, times 18 years. Again, situations will vary, but I just wanted to illustrate the cost of a child. Once you have the procedure done, you can rest easy knowing that you won't have to worry about getting trapped by a pregnant woman down the road. Plus, it's covered by most health insurance plans. At some point in their lives, all men, regardless of their ages, should seriously consider having a vasectomy. A fundamental principle of the MGTOW philosophy is the importance of self-preservation. I can't think of a more important thing to protect than your seed. So why not begin with something that you have total mastery over to get things off to a good start? In the past, vasectomies were for men who have already completed their families or had decided to not reproduce. Those days are long gone. Just go on TikTok and watch videos from today's modern women talking about their lack of birth control, or strategies on how to trap men. Yes, trapping men into a life that they did not ask for. Just think about that possibility for a moment. At any age, you should take measures to protect yourself from the hypergamous behavior of today's modern women. That is why I'm asking you to share this video. This subject is just too important to ignore. I don't care if you are 21 or 61, this is something you should really consider. Especially if you plan on dating younger women. There is evidence to suggest that some women intentionally become pregnant to trick men into having relations with them. The goal of this deception is to force a man into a situation that he did not ask for. This can happen for a variety of reasons, the most common of which are the desire to gain financially or the desire to exert power over the person. There are other possible motivations as well. Women are the ones who have to deal with the risks and physical burdens of pregnancy, and, if they end up collecting child support, they have to deal with not only the financial expense, but also the workload of raising a child. But for those women who are already aware that they want to be mothers, that information may serve as a motivation for them to make an effort to conceive a child. There are cases where women have trapped men even after using a condom. Again, you need to be on the alert and always protect yourself. After the adult fun was over, the man left and went home. Immediately the woman went to retrieve the condom. And 9 months later, well, I think you get the idea. Of course, these cases are very rare, but they can actually happen. I asked a doctor friend of mine if this was even possible. He said it is 100% possible. This is why you should always flush the condom down the toilet after finishing. Again, trust and protect yourself at all times. Having said that, this could also take place for a wide range of other reasons. The following is a list of some additional explanations. It is possible that the woman is aware that the man does not want children, and that she is using this information to her advantage by having an affair with him. Guys, it's just not worth it. As a potential outcome, this is something that needs to be taken into consideration, so it can't be ignored. Because of this, the man may come to the realization that he is experiencing feelings of resentment and even rage in the direction of the woman. On the other hand, there is always the possibility that the woman will end up in a position of power or leverage over the man. The family court systems are already favoring women, and they know this fact. Look at the amount of professional athletes who get trapped by baby mamas every year. So do not give the courts another reason to side with a woman in a paternity situation. Eliminate the risk up front. I date primarily younger women and they seem to like the fact that I've had one. Because of my procedure, I know she can't trap me. It is essential to keep in mind that getting pregnant on purpose is a serious matter that can have far-reaching and even game-changing effects on one's life. It is essential that you always keep this in the back of your mind, as it is a very important responsibility. A vasectomy is a common procedure that is relatively straightforward, and it has the potential to render a man sterile and, as a result, unable to father children. A vasectomy can be reversed, and having one does not have any bearing on a man's ability to engage in adult fun in the future. Vasectomies do not have any impact on a man's capacity to experience desire and fulfillment. Despite your worst fears, it is simply cutting the power off to your tool. But the tool still works as usual. A vasectomy will not prevent a man from becoming a father in the future, even if he chooses to have the procedure done. Again, they are easily reversed. Men who are concerned about the possibility of being coerced into caring for a child against their will may find that having a vasectomy is the best option. It is not necessary for the patient to even go to a hospital. This is considered a minor procedure, and I had mine at a doctor's office. I was done in about an hour. And despite the fact that it may appear that only women are obligated to be concerned with birth control, men should be just as responsible in this matter. So take matters into your own hands and don't trust the other person. This is not being paranoid, this is just self-preservation. Vasectomy is currently one of the most effective forms of birth control that can be performed and is becoming increasingly common. Especially for single men choosing to do the procedure before having children. If I knew then what I know now, I would have had the procedure when I was 18 or 19. Please do your younger male friends a favor and share this video with them. You might be saving them from a painful situation down the road that will affect them for the rest of their lives. Although women have access to a wide variety of choices when it comes to birth control methods, a vasectomy is still considered to be one of the most effective forms of birth control. This is due to the fact that a vasectomy blocks the path of sperm on their way to the uterus. When it comes to the prevention of pregnancy, they actually have a level of efficacy that is extremely close to that of a perfect score of 100%. So, there is no such thing as 100% being safe during adult bedroom fun. But this is the closest way for men to prevent being trapped in a situation with an unwanted pregnancy. Therefore, getting a vasectomy is the best way to protect yourself if you are not yet ready to be a father, or if you simply do not want to take the chance of becoming a parent. This is the case in spite of the fact that you may or may not feel emotionally ready to become a parent, and you may or may not want to have children. Both factors can have an impact on your readiness to become a parent. I can 100% say it was the right thing for me. I even have it on my dating profile. A pair of scissors emoji that means, snipped. Nevertheless, that's not what the information presented in this video is about at all. But just to illustrate the importance so you can relate, if on the fence about the procedure. Even though it's not the most pleasurable thing to think about, it's undeniably preferable to the alternative, which is unexpectedly finding yourself in the role of a parent. Click here to continue on your journey of self-awareness. If you're lucky enough to have a choice, you won't have to worry about becoming a parent unless it is on your own terms. Please share this video, as the subject matter is just too important to ignore. Good luck out there and stay safe.